Hiking is supposed to be an escape to fresh air, scenic trails, and the beauty of nature. But sometimes, the wilderness holds secrets that defy explanation. From eerie figures lurking in the trees to ghostly whispers caught on tape, these hikers stumbled upon something not of this world. Welcome to Dare to Watch. In the early hours of November 13, 2023, a camper sat in bed at 3:25 a.m., engrossed in a game of bingo on their laptop. The quiet of the night was suddenly interrupted by a faint, chilling sound from outside. At first, it was barely noticeable, but then it became unmistakable. The eerie neigh of a horse echoing across the empty campsite. The land had once been an old horse farm, long abandoned, but its ghostly presence still lingered. Gripped by curiosity, the camper grabbed their phone and began recording. Just then, a white figure emerged from the darkness, an apparition that sent shivers down their spine. Though this wasn't their first unsettling experience at the infamous farmhouse, a place notorious for paranormal activity, it was the first time they had captured something truly spine-chilling on camera. While exploring Taney, a Reddit user had an eerie experience that still haunts him. During a break in a pine forest on Mount T, he wandered off alone to record the serene surroundings. But as he sat there, lost in the moment, a chilling whisper brushed against his ear, despite no one being nearby. Later, when he reviewed the footage, his heart nearly stopped. Faint but unmistakable, a woman's voice could be heard in the recording. The unsettling discovery left him shaken, questioning whether there was a logical explanation, or if something far more paranormal had just made contact. As he drove down an old abandoned road toward his campsite, a chill ran down his spine. Up ahead, something eerie caught his eye. A shadowy figure in a flowing white dress crossing the road. His heart pounded as he slammed the brakes. Who or what was that? Curiosity got the best of him. Stepping out of his car into the pitch-black night, he scanned the surroundings. But there was nothing, just silence and darkness. If it was a person, why were they wandering alone in the middle of the forest at this hour? And if it wasn't, then what had he just seen? While walking near the woods with his friends, Mangal Mura Singh stumbled upon something deeply unsettling, and they captured it all on camera.
Taroin dia. Asanya. Isa-isa po ini dumi. Isa po. Edat butuh. Olok kibeti ar yamma kulenasan. Udige sebar daw. Olok kibeti. Ago. Tambaran ni hanti. Amare kita. Hanti paisan. Hanti paisan.
An old woman was creeping toward them, her movements unnervingly slow, her glowing eyes piercing through the darkness. She didn't look like an ordinary person, yet the way the group shouted at each other made it seem like they weren't entirely convinced of the danger. Still, there was something about her, something deeply wrong, that sent a chill down their spines. While hiking through the remote landscapes of Norway, a man stumbled upon something unexpected, an old abandoned house hidden deep in the wilderness. Curiosity got the best of him, and as he stepped inside, he was shocked to find the lights still working. As he cautiously explored the dark, eerie interior, he suddenly froze. Something was watching him. A mysterious figure loomed in the shadows, its gaze locked onto him. Panic set in, and in his frantic attempt to escape, he lost his balance and tumbled down the stairs. The video cuts off abruptly, leaving the chilling encounter unresolved. Was this something paranormal? Or was there a logical explanation lurking in the darkness? While hiking through an empty field, a man stumbled upon something bizarre. A dog frozen mid-run, as if time had stopped. With no owner in sight, he pulled out his phone and captured the eerie moment, sparking wild speculation online. Some believed it was proof of the paranormal, even suggesting a skinwalker encounter. Others pointed out that certain dog breeds instinctively freeze and point when sensing something nearby. Eventually, the hiker learned the truth. The dog's owner had called it from a distance, and it had simply turned back. Yet, even after knowing the explanation, he couldn't shake the unsettling feeling of how unnaturally still the dog had remained, even as he got closer. While exploring the infamous Mercer Cemetery in Utah, known for its eerie paranormal activity, Reddit user RT Lance captured something truly chilling. Snapping multiple photos during the visit, one image stood out. A mysterious hand-like figure appearing near the grave of a well-known little girl. Strangely, the anomaly went completely unnoticed until the next day. Mercer Cemetery has long been a hotspot for ghostly encounters, and this discovery only deepens its unsettling reputation. Paranormal enthusiasts speculate that the apparition could be a lingering spirit tied to the location. Some even claim they can make out the faint figure of a little girl in the right corner behind the fence. But look closely. Do you see anything? Late one night, a man was driving home from hiking when his route took him past an old cemetery. At first, he thought a small crowd had gathered there for some reason. But as he got closer, he realized they were carrying something like an old-fashioned coffin, the kind no one uses anymore. The clock had just struck midnight, and the group moved with an eerie, almost unnatural slowness. Despite his headlights flooding the area with light, not a single one of them acknowledged his presence. There was something deeply unsettling about the scene, something that still haunts him to this day. What did he witness that night? While exploring a cemetery in broad daylight, a man noticed his dog suddenly tense up, growling and fixating on something unseen. The usually calm pet locked its gaze on a specific spot, its body language screaming unease, yet no one else was around. The owner, puzzled and unsettled, couldn't shake the feeling that his dog had sensed something beyond human perception. Was this another eerie case of a dog detecting what we cannot? While exploring the woods near an old cemetery, a couple recorded their walk to help them find their way back. But in one eerie clip, they captured something unexpected. a glowing white figure drifting across the frame. Some believe it's the ghost of a child, while skeptics argue it's nothing more than a floating plastic bag. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Until then, the mystery remains unsolved. Strangely, the figure remained completely still, even as the man moved closer. While walking along a quiet trail, a Reddit user stumbled upon something truly disturbing. Pinned to a tree was a severed tongue. Some believed it was real, possibly belonging to a cow or deer, while others speculated it could be part of a sinister ritual or even a chilling warning. But who would do such a thing, and why? What could be the real story behind this eerie discovery? As a group of friends enjoyed their evening outdoors, their laughter was suddenly interrupted by something eerie in the darkness.
What is that? Guys, what is... Oh, shit. What the...
Before they could react, a bizarre face emerged from the shadows. Pale, hairless, and disturbingly inhuman. It lingered, unmoving, even as one of them cautiously stepped closer. Then just like that, the footage cut off, leaving behind only unanswered questions and a lingering sense of dread. Reddit user Zerg stumbled upon something unsettling during one of his hikes. Tucked inside a hollow tree was a strange little figurine, something he could only describe as tied to voodoo or the occult. Intrigued, he took it home, but his curiosity quickly turned to concern when fellow Redditors warned him to return it immediately. Why would anyone bring home an object like that without knowing its history, or what it might be capable of? One day, as he reviewed the footage, his heart nearly stopped. A towering, furry, bipedal figure was strolling near the fence in broad daylight. Even more chilling, it showed up at the same time every day. Driven by a mix of fear and curiosity, the man finally confronted it, shouting for the creature to reveal itself. But the moment his voice rang out, it turned and bolted. Moving so fast, there was no way it was human. Though it was never seen again, the strange occurrences on the property didn't stop. Was it a trick of the mind? Or did he truly witness something beyond explanation? Some mysteries, it seems, are never meant to be solved. Reddit user ElwoodMC was trekking through the deep woods when they stumbled upon something straight out of a nightmare. A Michael Myers mask eerily hanging from a tree trunk. The infamous face of horror, staring blankly into the wilderness, looked like it had been placed there on purpose. Was it just a twisted prank, or did it serve a more sinister purpose? Either way, discovering it in such a remote location sent chills down their spine. TikTok user TheMostMandy was left rattled after reviewing security footage from her remote cabin in the woods. In the chilling clip, a woman dressed in white appeared out of nowhere, her voice unsettling as she repeatedly asked to be let inside. Living deep in the forest with almost no neighbors, Mandy was horrified who would be wandering around in the dead of night, dressed like that, speaking in such an eerie tone. After that night, the mysterious woman was never seen again. While strolling through a quiet cemetery, a couple captured a spine-chilling photo that still haunts them. In the eerie image, a shadowy figure resembling an old woman appears to be sitting on a bench near a grave. They swore they were alone, yet both felt an unnerving presence as if unseen eyes were watching their every move. When they later examined the photo, the mysterious figure sent shivers down their spines. Could it be the lingering spirit of someone tied to the cemetery? Or was it just a trick of the light, a shadow, or an eerie coincidence? The answer remains unknown, but one thing is certain. This haunting image continues to spark debate and fear. On a warm August night at exactly 8:25 p.m., a trail camera deep in the Washington woods was triggered. But this time, it wasn't a deer or some small animal wandering by. It was something far more unsettling. The camera captured a pale figure draped in a white gown, clutching a bizarre-looking doll. Some speculated it might be a lost dementia patient, but with no missing person reports and no nearby roads, that theory quickly fell apart. So, what or who was out there in the darkness? While hiking through the stillness of the woods, a man stumbled upon something that sent a chill down his spine. A young girl in a blue dress darted past, running alone. But as he watched, something about her movements felt off. Instead of running as any child would, she seemed to hop, her strides unnatural and disjointed. When she slowed and turned toward him, her face made his stomach drop. It looked strange, almost otherworldly, as though it wasn't quite human. A deep unease washed over him. Was this truly a child? Or something far more sinister, perhaps a shapeshifter, or an animal cloaked in a human-like disguise? This user captured what seemed like an ordinary nighttime photo during a summer visit to Joshua Tree National Park. But days later, while reviewing the image, they noticed something eerie hidden within the tree's branches, were unsettling shapes or figures. Was it just a trick of the light, or something far more mysterious?
In 2016, a YouTuber was out hiking, casually testing his drone, when he stumbled upon something chilling in a nearby cornfield. At first, it seemed like just an ordinary scarecrow swaying in the wind. But as the drone zoomed in, the truth was far creepier. It wasn't a scarecrow at all. It was a clown. The unsettling figure quickly spotted the drone and bolted into the forest, disappearing where the camera couldn't follow. Was this just a bizarre prank? Or could it be tied to the eerie wave of clown sightings that gripped the world in fear that same year? While exploring a haunted waterfall, a man unknowingly captured something eerie on camera. As he pans across the cascading waters, a dark figure briefly appears only to vanish a moment later. When the camera shifts downward for a second glance, the shadowy shape is still there, but on the third pass, it's completely gone. Was this just an ordinary person lurking in the mist, or did he accidentally film something paranormal? The mystery remains. In early April 2024, TikTok user Scaredbugs set out on a bold adventure, exploring a notorious cave on a scorching hot day. The cave had a chilling reputation. Locals claimed eerie noises often echoed from its depths. Intrigued and eager to uncover the mystery, he ventured inside. As he stepped further in, an unsettling whistling sound filled the air, sending shivers down his spine.
Piccolate proprio. È strettissima. È molto bassa, molto piccola, e ci sono queste nicchie.
But despite the eerie atmosphere, he eventually emerged from the cave unnerved, yet completely unharmed. While heading back from a hike in the forest, a group of friends encountered something absolutely unreal.
Fuck, dude. Fuck. Go! 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 Go!
Panic set in as they spotted a massive bear sitting inside their car. Somehow the curious animal had made its way inside, turning their vehicle into its personal lounge. Holding their breath, they carefully opened the door, and to their relief, the bear bolted back into the woods. No one was hurt, but it was a heart-stopping moment they'd never forget. After receiving chilling tips from a viewer, a team of investigators arrived at an abandoned farm with a dark past. The original family vanished without a trace, and ever since, locals have reported eerie whispers and shadowy figures moving through the decaying house. As they prepare to enter, they briefly film an upstairs window that many claim hides something unnatural. Once inside, they carefully set up their equipment.
Camera either in this corner or...
Dude, what was that?
A table jerks violently across the room. Panic sets in. Was something lurking in the shadows of the farm? Or was it all an elaborate hoax? The truth remains buried in mystery. While exploring Hankey Church Cemetery in Plum, Pennsylvania, late at night, a Reddit user unknowingly captured something chilling on camera. The eerie photograph appeared to show a half-bodied apparition. Some say it resembles a priest, while others believe it could be a war veteran. According to local legend, a priest was lynched for adultery on these very grounds before the church mysteriously burned to the ground. Adding to the cemetery's unsettling aura, numerous war veterans are buried here as well. Despite repeated efforts to debunk or recreate the image, the original poster remained convinced, insisting this is one of the most compelling ghostly encounters they have ever witnessed. Reddit user LegoLizard5139 captured a bone-chilling moment outside their home, deep in the woods. After hearing eerie, unfamiliar noises, they grabbed a camera and started recording. At first, everything seemed normal, just a quiet, empty darkness. But then, for a fleeting second, a pair of glowing eyes pierced through the night before vanishing without a trace. Was it just an animal reflecting the light, or something far more unsettling lurking in the shadows? In 2018, a group of friends visited Molten Falls in Washington, a popular spot known for its breathtaking views and its risky 60-foot bridge jump. Despite warning signs, thrill seekers often leaped for fun. That day, 16-year-old Jordan stood on the edge, hesitating. She wasn't ready, but before she could decide, her best friend Taylor suddenly shoved her.
3, no, I won't go in. 2.
Well, she's saying no.
No, I just...
Ready? Oh, that's so fast.
Jordan's screams filled the air. The impact shattered 6 of her ribs, punctured a lung, and left her covered in several bruises. Taylor later claimed she never meant to hurt Jordan, but the consequences are real. When Jordan's family took legal action, Taylor pleaded guilty to reckless endangerment. Her punishment? Just 2 days in jail and community service. Though Jordan eventually healed, the emotional scars from that day would last much longer. While unwinding with a smoke atop a hill near their camp, a group of co-workers snapped photos of the breathtaking full moon. But when they reviewed the images the next day, their excitement turned to horror. A massive humanoid figure loomed in the background, too large, too unnatural to be human. Even more unsettling, it was captured on multiple devices. This wasn't their first brush with the eerie unknown. Just a year earlier, they had heard blood-curdling screams echoing through the night and glimpsed a towering white figure vanishing behind the hill. They weren't alone in their experiences. Locals have reported hearing those same terrifying screams for years. Is this the work of an urban legend, or did they stumble upon something far more sinister? While trekking through the Brazilian wilderness, a group of hikers approached a river, only to freeze in shock at what lay before them.
Essa é grande, viu? Olha, o tamanho dessa cobra. É a sucuri, anaconda. Agora vai embora. É louco.
A massive anaconda, stretching an estimated 50 feet long, slithering through the water with an almost mythical presence. Stunned, they scrambled to capture the jaw-dropping moment on camera before retreating to the safety of the shore. Their journey continued, but the encounter left them on edge, their senses heightened, constantly scanning the jungle for any more surprises lurking in the wild. A fisherman in California recently captured a mysterious video that has sparked intense speculation. In the footage, a large black figure is seen near a river, moving with a distinctly human-like posture. After a brief moment, the creature sits down by the water and appears to drink from it. Some believe it could be a person in a Bigfoot costume, while others argue it might be an undiscovered cryptid. However, the fisherman remained skeptical that it was just another person. He hadn't seen a single soul all day. So what if this was the real Bigfoot? While staying at a secluded bungalow, Carrie decided to take her dog for a family stroll through the forest, a path she had walked countless times before. But this time, something felt different. A sudden chilling scream tore through the dense underground, unlike anything she had ever heard. Her dog's ears perked up, his body tensed, before he erupted into frantic barking, fixated on the unseen source of the sound. A shiver ran down Carrie's spine. The words were distant yet unmistakable, distorted as if carried by the wind. Panic tightened around her chest. After what felt like an eternity, her dog finally returned unharmed but visibly uneasy. Without hesitation, Carrie turned back, practically dragging him along. As she hurried away, the ghostly voice still echoed faintly behind her, sending one final shudder down her spine. Reddit user Terry Pilled snapped a photo at the campground near the suspension bridge, only to discover something chilling, a ghostly white figure lurking behind a bush. At first he brushed it off as part of the surrounding plant life, but a daylight comparison revealed an unsettling truth, nothing like it was there before. The discovery has sparked debate online. Could it be a simple trick of the light, motion blur, or even an animal? Or is it something far more sinister? An apparition, a paranormal presence, or an unknown entity? What do you think? A camper set up a trail cam in Anger County, expecting to capture the usual wildlife. But when he reviewed the footage the next morning, he found something far more unsettling. At exactly 8 p.m., a strange translucent figure moved through the tall grass. It had a semi-transparent humanoid form with no legs, an oddly small head, and an eerie deliberate posture that made it impossible to write off as a camera glitch. Even stranger, the surrounding grass remained still, yet the figure triggered the motion sensor, meaning it gave off a heat signature. Whatever it was, the sight sent a chill down his spine. While exploring the infamous Crawford Road in Yorktown, Virginia, a place known for its eerie reputation, a woman and her friend decided to snap a few photos. Later, when she showed the images to her son, he noticed something chilling. If you look closely, a light-colored shirt appears just to the right of her friend, who is supposedly walking away alone. Confused, the woman recalled that her friend had deliberately ventured off by herself as a joke, confidently insisting nothing would happen. But as it turns out, she wasn't alone. This unsettling discovery leaves one haunting question: who or what was standing there? Reddit user Bonamassa72 had a chilling experience while exploring a graveyard late at night. As they roamed through the eerie silence, their camera captured something truly unsettling. A pale, ghostly figure standing motionless in the background. The apparition-like shape has sparked intense debate online. Some believe it could be the spirit of someone long departed, while skeptics argue it's just a gravestone, or perhaps another person lingering in the distance. But something about its eerie stillness and unmistakable form feels unnatural. What do you think? Could this be a real ghost, or is there a logical explanation for this haunting sight? Reddit user Underwater Whiskers stumbled upon a bizarre discovery at the end of a hike. An eerie collection of turtle shells scattered across one area. The sheer number of shells in a single spot immediately sparked debate. Was this the aftermath of a predator's feast, with discarded shells left behind? Or could poaching, environmental factors, or even human interference be to blame? While animal remains in the wild aren't unusual, the sheer volume of shells made this particularly unsettling. Was this just nature taking its course? Or was there something far more sinister at play? Reddit user Lemonade Robot captured an eerie photo that sent shivers down viewers' spines. Drawn to the mist-covered graves, they snapped a picture, only to later notice something terrifying hidden in the fog. A ghostly screaming face. Even more unsettling, they recalled hearing faint, distant screams that very night. While some believe this could be chilling proof of the paranormal, skeptics argue it's just a case of paranoia. Our minds playing tricks on us. So is this the face of a restless spirit, or just an illusion of mist? What do you see? While driving past a notorious suicide bridge rumored to be haunted, a Reddit user captured something eerie in the distance. A shadowy figure standing near the bridge. Convinced they had caught a ghost on camera, they shared the chilling image online, sparking a heated debate among paranormal enthusiasts. Some believe it could be the lingering spirit of someone tied to the bridge's tragic history. However, skeptics were quick to dismiss the claim, arguing it was nothing more than a smudge on the windshield or a trick of the headlights. With the bridge's unsettling past looming over the discussion, one question remains. Was this truly a ghost, or just a case of mistaken perception? Reddit user YouGoGirl85 shared a chilling photo taken by a friend on their way home, completely unaware at the time that something eerie lurked in the bottom right corner. When the image hit the Paranormal Encounter subreddit, it immediately ignited debate. Many pointed out a shadowy human-like figure, with some even claiming it appeared to be holding a ball or helmet. Others insisted it looked like a child peering from the bushes, but not everyone was convinced. Skeptics dismissed it as a simple trick of the light, perhaps a windshield smudge or a reflection playing with perception. So what really was captured that night? A mere coincidence, or something far more unsettling? While playing with their 4-year-old son, a Reddit user experienced a chilling encounter they'll never forget. In the distance, they spotted a mysterious figure standing completely still for 2 eerie minutes until it suddenly shifted to the left. Alarmed, they kept a close watch while dialing the police, but things took an even more terrifying turn when they realized who or what they were looking at. The infamous window ear guy. Who is this unsettling figure, and what could they possibly want from this family? Authorities were left stunned when they stumbled upon young children abandoned inside a car, deep in the woods, with no guardian in sight.
Sheriff's office! Watch down. I got up. Yep. Little one. Bigger one. Front of the car. Can't believe this. Hi, little guys. This is freaking horrible. You know what, Ray? I'm getting DHS now, dude. We want medical too. Yeah, let's see if we can secure. I don't like this, dude. I can get cop walk research. Let's secure them in our cars. Yeah. Because at least just take them.
But instead of an adult response, the chilling sound of children crying filled the air. As officers cautiously approached, the grim reality sank in.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. I know. Do you want out? Here, I'll get it for you. You want it? You want to come out?
Beneath their calm exterior, the officers were horrified. Who could leave these kids out here, alone and helpless? Immediate action was taken. DHS and medical teams were called to the scene, ensuring the children received urgent care. Reports later confirmed they had been stranded for 2 hours before being found. The ordeal began with domestic disturbance, during which a man fled the scene, taking the children with him. Now under state protection, these innocent kids can now only hope for the love and support they desperately need. What could drive someone to abandon children in such a terrifying situation? Authorities continue their investigation, but one thing is certain: these officers may have prevented a devastating tragedy. During a trip in 2012 or 2013, a group of friends decided to spice things up with a Halloween ghost tour at Concordia Cemetery. As they took a break, they wandered ahead to snap a group photo, with their tour guide capturing the moment. Later that night, while reviewing the pictures, one friend's sister noticed something chilling. An eerie figure wearing a hat walking past them. No one had seen anyone there at the time. Overcome with fear, she insisted they leave immediately. When they got home, she showed the unsettling image to the group, and from that moment on, they swore off ghost tours forever. Was it just a passerby they somehow missed? Or did they capture something far more unexplainable? While reviewing his trail camera footage, a hunter from Virginia stumbled upon something truly baffling. The eerie image captured what some believed to be a ghostly child, or perhaps even an unknown creature lurking in the woods. Skeptics dismiss it as nothing more than a trick of the moonlight, but others aren't so convinced. Could this be undeniable proof of the paranormal, or just a haunting illusion? While hiking for miles behind a secluded farmhouse deep in Vermont's Green Mountain National Forest, a man stumbled upon something eerie. A series of perfectly shaped circles in the snow above a frozen pond. The formations were unnervingly precise, leaving him questioning their origin. Were they a natural phenomenon, animal tracks, or something far more mysterious? One theory suggests they could result from deer or moose stepping through the icy snow, causing the area to melt and refreeze into these distinctive shapes. But is that the real explanation? Or are these formations a clue to something we've yet to understand? While strolling alone near a cemetery, someone snapped a photo only to be shocked by what they saw. A dark, shadowy figure loomed behind a gravestone. The uploader swears they were completely alone then, sparking a heated debate online. Could this be proof that spirits linger in graveyards, making ghostly encounters more common? Or did they simply overlook a passerby in the eerie setting? Was this a true apparition, or just a chilling coincidence? On February 4th, 2013, a chilling video surfaced on YouTube, posted by Maid Addison. She and her friends had been exploring the Umatilla Indian Reservation in eastern Oregon when they captured something truly unsettling on camera.
These guys are braver than me.
Although they were familiar with the area, the eerie sounds echoing through the night left them baffled. Some speculated it could be foxes or coyotes, but local legends tell of far stranger things lurking in the dark. Whatever the source, one thing is certain: hearing that sound in the middle of the woods is the stuff of nightmares. While hiking the Goldenrod Trail Loop at the University of North Florida, Reddit user Phoenix Fire decided to test out their new Polaroid camera. One of their shots captured a dead-end sign marking a trail leading to the highway. But when they developed the photo, something chilling appeared. A shadowy figure standing beside them, something they hadn't seen in person. Was this an eerie paranormal presence caught on film, or just a trick of the light playing mind games? A spine-chilling photo from Oakwood Cemetery in Spartanburg, South Carolina, also known as Hell's Gate, has sent shivers down the spines of paranormal enthusiasts. Shared by a Reddit user, the eerie image appears to capture a ghostly childlike figure lurking among the graves. With Oakwood's dark history and countless eerie legends, many believe the cemetery is a magnet for restless spirits. While ghost hunters are convinced this is yet another sign of supernatural activity, skeptics argue it's nothing more than a trick of the light and shadows. Regardless of the truth, the photo has only added to Hell's Gate's sinister reputation as one of South Carolina's most haunted locations. This mind-boggling TikTok video from MacGyver Box has left viewers scratching their heads.
Vea, muchachos, vea, los que no creen en los duendes, vea. Vean un duende, vea.
duende, me acabo de...
The clip captures a tiny, mysterious figure moving in an eerily unusual way. Some believe it could be a duende, a mischievous mythical spirit, while others insist it's just a trick of camera perspective. But here's the weird part. The figure looks completely human, just way too small. How is that even possible? While stealth camping in the forest, YouTuber Aquachigger spotted something unusual.
See, this is all chopped down. This is a tree someone chopped up. That's a, you know what that is? That's a homemade machete. It's like a thin piece of steel. Makes me wonder, makes me kind of assume anyway, that this is probably a veterans camp.
A blue tarp in the distance. The nearest town was miles away, though a shopping center sat about half a mile from his location. As he trekked through the woods, his eyes locked onto movement near the tarp. At first, he assumed it was just a deer, but as he got closer, the real discovery unfolded. An abandoned campsite. Scattered around were tools, a duffel bag, and remnants of what used to be a makeshift shelter. The setup hinted at two possibilities: a homeless veterans camp or a hidden grow operation. Either way, the eerie disarray raised unsettling questions. A single footprint, aged but still visible, suggested recent activity. Among the scattered belongings, Aquachigger noticed a sprung trap, likely forgotten, a cruel fate for any animal that might have wandered in. Then came the strangest find of all, an electric tool, something no one would logically haul into the deep woods unless they had plans to return. The campsite's state left him uneasy. Had the person been forced to flee? Was someone still lurking nearby? Had he unknowingly camped just a short distance from this strange site for days? Though tempted to investigate further, an instinctive chill ran down his spine. He decided to leave it undisturbed, carrying with him more questions than answers. Reddit user SmoothGap5831 was enjoying a solo camping trip when they stumbled upon something truly eerie. While taking a break for a smoke, they noticed a shadowy figure standing just off the trail. Was it a ghostly apparition, a mysterious stranger lurking in the woods, or just a trick of the light, created by shadows and twisted tree formations? With the poor lighting and distance, the truth remains unsettlingly unclear, but the image they captured has left the internet buzzing with speculation. A man was taking a late-night stroll when he suddenly heard the chilling sound of a woman sobbing, yet as he looked around, there was no one in sight. Calling out into the darkness, he searched for the source only for a shadowy figure to suddenly crawl toward him at an unnatural speed. Heart pounding, he turned and ran.
No mames, miren esa madresota. No mames. ¿Quién eres, güey? No mames, ¿quién eres? Ay, capaz, hijo de su puta madre. No mames, güey. No mames, güey. Puta madre. Oh, hijo de la chingada. Ay, cabrón. No mames, ¿qué es esa madre?
In Mexico, the legend of La Llorona, the wailing spirit, has terrified people for generations. Her ghostly cries match the tale. But there's one problem. La Llorona is usually seen as a spectral woman, not a crawling creature. So what did this man encounter? Some believe it wasn't La Llorona at all, but something far more sinister. A skinwalker, using its eerie mimicry to lure him in. 3 friends set out for a camping trip in the forest, capturing memories along the way. But one photo they took that night sent chills down their spines. In the image, 2 of them are seen sitting near the crackling campfire, yet something eerie lurks behind them. 2 ghostly figures appear in the background, one seemingly resting a hand on a friend's shoulder. The friends swear they are alone. Some speculate it's just a trick of the camera, perhaps long exposure or smoke playing tricks on the lens. But others aren't so sure. Was it a simple glitch or proof of something truly paranormal? While camping in the forest of Leominster, Massachusetts, a man heard something unusual rustling in the trees. Curious, he grabbed his camera and started recording, only to capture something truly bizarre.
What the fuck is that? Oh my God.
A small brown ape-like figure darted through the branches at incredible speed. Leominster isn't known for having wild apes, which makes this 2015 footage even more mysterious. Some believe it could be a baby Bigfoot, while skeptics insist it's just someone in a suit. One thing's for certain, the clip has left viewers questioning what lurks in those woods. Reddit user Tarayi was exploring the Stump House Tunnel in South Carolina with friends and family when they captured a chilling photograph just as they exited. The image appears to show a man in a suit and top hat walking alongside a woman in a dress and sandals, an oddly out-of-place sight for the modern setting. According to Tarayi, no one else was around at the time, making the mysterious figures even more unsettling. While some speculate it could be a trick of the light or a camera glitch, the eerie apparitions continue to raise more questions than answers. After hearing eerie rumors from a mysterious stranger in Gettysburg, two friends set out on a late-night investigation. For 20 minutes they waited in silence, until they finally captured what they came for.
Holy crap. Down by the canyon, see that?
Oh, what is that?
Wait, shh. Oh my God. Is it?
No way. What is that?
I have no friggin' idea.
Did you get that on the camera?
It's recording.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Did you? Honestly.
I wouldn't believe it unless we recorded it.
Right before their eyes, a faint ghostly figure emerged beside the cannon, only to vanish into thin air moments later. In 2011, a hiker embarked on a heart-pounding journey along Spain's infamous Caminito del Rey, capturing footage that would leave anyone's palms sweating. The narrow walkway, once known as the world's most dangerous path, clung precariously to the cliffs near Malaga, with crumbling stairs, missing handrails, and a sheer 330-foot drop into the river below. It was a daredevil's dream and a nightmare for anyone afraid of heights. Originally built in the early 20th century for hydroelectric workers, the walkway had deteriorated so badly by 2006 that much of it had collapsed, leaving behind only rusted steel beams and fragile safety wires. Yet despite the life-threatening risks and several recorded fatalities, thrill seekers continued to test their luck, lured by the solitude, breathtaking views, and sheer adrenaline rush. Fortunately, a full restoration in 2015 brought the path back to a much safer state, making it accessible to visitors without the looming fear of disaster. As for the hiker who filmed that harrowing journey, they made it through unscathed, but looking at those crumbling paths, it's chilling to think how easily their adventure could have taken a deadly turn. While exploring the eerie Holesmith Cemetery in Oakland National Forest, a ghost hunter captured something truly bizarre. In one photo, a shadowy apparition mysteriously appeared, but in the very next shot, taken just moments later, the figure has completely vanished. Is this undeniable proof of the paranormal? Or is there a logical explanation behind the chilling sightings? While recording a podcast in the woods with friends, the group started discussing their futures.
What are you gonna be doing, dog? I'll be close to retiring, I said. I don't know, dude. That's gonna be me, dude. I can't see myself doing.
But their casual chat took a chilling turn when they noticed something unsettling.
Guys, there's a little jiggling going on with our doorknob. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know who that is, or if I call my dad, I know we're not going upstairs. That's for sure. I'm hoping he's going away. This is the third time he's done that. Let's go. I don't think he's still here. He's been just walking around. Dude, I don't know if we can really even see him.
Oh my.
Oh, you can kind of see him.
Oh.
Yeah, no, there he is. That's a little scary for us tonight. My dad is not home. I don't know if I call him or what, but...
A faint jiggling at the doorknob. This wasn't the first time. Whoever it was had been lurking around, and the group hoped they would just go away. But when they peeked outside, they spotted a shadowy figure moving near the house. Things escalated when later that night, they saw the same eerie figure walking along the highway.
There he is. Oh, there he is.
God.
That's creepy. Oh,
What the heck, dude?
whoa. Okay, dude, we'll spin around once more, see him. Alright, we're gonna back up. This is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Never in my life, I don't know what.
Dude, and there's no.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad he left. We're going to my buddy.
Commentator later pointed out something chilling. The shadowy figure in the footage looked eerily similar to the person they'd seen on the road. When a Redditor confirmed it was the same individual, the real question became clear. Was this just a prank? Or did this mysterious stranger have far more sinister intentions? 10th, 2018, Wilson was camping deep in the forest when he witnessed something truly chilling. A creature known as the Dog Man.
Yeah, there they are. Thought so. Maybe that red one with the black face. Sure looks like him.
What made this encounter even more unnerving was that the creature was visible in broad daylight, making it nearly impossible to vanish into the trees unnoticed. Shaken to his core, Wilson vowed never to set foot in that campsite again. If you ever find yourself in the Appalachian Mountains, remember this rule: never focus on one spot for too long, because if you do, you might see something you weren't meant to. The person who filmed this video learned that the hard way.
The thing right there is creeping me out. I lived here for going on 7 years. I walked 100 miles through these woods. Never seen that shape before right there. See it?
At first, it looked like just another stump or a broken tree. The videographer had walked that path countless times and he knew better. Fortunately, nothing happened to him, but what he captured on camera, deeply unsettling. Kevin the Custodian, a fearless ghost hunter, ventured deep into North Carolina's infamous Devil's Tramping Grounds, a mysterious clearing where nothing ever grows. As he filmed his introduction, an eerie figure flickered in the background. Barely visible, but undeniably there. Legends claim the devil himself paces this barren circle each night. Could Kevin have just caught a glimpse of the dark entity that haunts this cursed land? Imagine driving home and you heard a strange loud noise. What would be your reaction? Now a group of friends were driving home after a fun day in the woods, when strange noises began to echo around them. At first it sounded like the typical rustling and chirping of the forest, but the sounds quickly grew louder, darker, and far more chilling. A man was hiking through the forest when he stumbled upon a jar hidden in the grass. It was bound with white rope and sealed tightly with wax. Curious, he pried it open, only to recoil in horror
shrunken
Is
head.
it? Oh my word.
It is a shrunken head.
Oh my word.
Inside, suspended in murky liquid, was a tiny human head. The features were eerily lifelike, shrunken yet unmistakably those of a grown man. The jar itself was small enough to fit in the palm of his hand. Was this some kind of ritual artifact, a voodoo relic, or just a cruel and twisted prank? Whatever the answer, one thing was certain: it was deeply unsettling. When hiking the Goldenrod Trail Loop at the University of North Florida, Reddit user Phoenix Fire decided to test out their new Polaroid camera. One of their shots captured a dead-end sign marking a trail leading to the highway. But when they developed the photo, something chilling appeared, a shadowy figure standing beside the sign, something they hadn't seen in person. Was this an eerie, paranormal presence caught on film, or just a trick of the light playing mind games? While exploring a dense forest at night, a man couldn't shake the eerie feeling that he wasn't alone. The air felt heavy, charged with something unseen. But it wasn't until he reviewed his footage later that the true horror set in.
A full-bodied apparition running away from me. Any spirits in these woods? Spirits in these woods. Any spirits in these woods?
A strange wisp of smoke darted past the camera too fast, too defined to be just mist. Slowing it down, his blood ran cold. It wasn't smoke at all. It was a pale, ghostly figure, moving at impossible speed, as if it were riding a bike. Could this be the spirit of a long-lost cyclist, still racing through the night? While driving home late at night on a deserted road, this person unknowingly captured something chilling on camera. At first they spotted a faint figure in white, standing on the right side of the road. But was it real, or just a trick of the mind? It wasn't until they reviewed the footage later that the true horror set in. At the 23-second mark, a pale figure is visible, lingering in the darkness. Who or what was standing there, in the middle of nowhere, at such an ungodly hour? In January 2024, Hannah Wood embarked on a late-night walk through a historic cemetery in St. Augustine, Florida. As she explored the eerie grounds, an unusual fog rolled in thick, dense, and strangely concentrated in one specific area. Intrigued, she snapped a photo, but when she looked closer, her curiosity turned to shock. Within the mist, a ghostly figure of a woman seemed to emerge. Chilled to the bone, Hannah wasted no time leaving the cemetery. She later shared the photo online, hoping someone could offer a rational explanation, but what she captured remains a mystery. While exploring the rugged landscapes of West Wales, a couple stumbled upon a narrow crack in a mountain. Curiosity got the better of them. As they squeezed through, they discovered a hidden cave system. The walls were covered in eerie carvings.
That's a bench up. I reckon I don't know why there's one there or something.
The carving depicted unsettling figures, cyclops-like beings, headless creatures, and monstrous fiends. A chilling realization settled over them. Maybe this cave was never meant to be found. Could it be cursed? Luckily, they never experienced any strange occurrences afterward. But the question remains, was this an ancient relic of history, or something far more sinister, best left undisturbed? While camping deep in the forest, this person stumbled upon something truly extraordinary. Some say it's a rare natural rock formation, an absolute marvel for any geologist. Others whisper that it could be the petrified remains of a creature frozen in time. Whatever the truth may be, One thing is certain, it's mesmerizing, mysterious, and leaves us with more questions than answers. As Jason wrapped up his hike through the mountain trails, a chilling voice whispered, "Hey." His instincts kicked in. Maybe someone was lost or in trouble. Following the sound, he ventured deeper into the woods. But instead of finding a person, he stumbled upon something bizarre.
Mountains, hiking the trail. Rain came in, and I'm on my way back to the parking lot to get to my car. And as I'm walking by, I could have swore I heard something say, "Hey." Figured I better document this.
An old, crumbling chimney standing alone, with no house or ruins in sight. Then it happened again.
I heard it again. Oh, shit!
The voice was closer now. A wave of dread washed over him. This wasn't someone calling for help. This was something else. Without a second thought, Jason turned and bolted, refusing to look back. Imagine you were just driving to where you want to camp. You saw a ghost. Would you turn back? This man was driving down an old abandoned road on his way to his camping site when suddenly he spotted something terrifying. A figure in a white dress was crossing the road ahead. As the man steps out of his car to investigate, he's greeted by nothing but an oppressive shroud of darkness. Was it a person he saw, or something far more sinister? And if it was a person, what could compel someone to wander alone so late at night in the heart of a desolate forest? On February 4th, 2013, a chilling video surfaced on YouTube, posted by Maid Addison. She and her friends had been exploring the Umatilla Indian Reservation in eastern Oregon when they captured something truly unsettling on camera.
These guys are braver than me.
Although they were familiar with the area, the eerie sounds echoing through the night left them baffled. Some speculated it could be foxes or coyotes, but local legends tell of far stranger things lurking in the darkness. Whatever the source, one thing is certain. Hearing that sound in the middle of the woods is the stuff of nightmares. Perched high in a tree, a hunter films a curious black bear approaching from below. At first it seems harmless, just an inquisitive animal checking things out. But then, suddenly this happens fast.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Get!
But the bear doesn't back down. Instead, it starts climbing. Fast. With terrifying speed, the bear scales the tree, getting dangerously close. The hunter's frantic yelling continues, but the bear seems unfazed. Just as it looks like a face-to-face encounter is inevitable, the bear suddenly loses interest, pausing before climbing back down. Black bears are usually shy and prefer to avoid humans, but they can be unpredictable, especially when curiosity takes over. Luckily, this hunter made it out unscathed. While camping nearby, a group of men decided to explore what was supposed to be an abandoned house. At first, everything seemed normal as they wandered through the eerie structure, but curiosity got the best of them, and they crawled underneath the house to take a closer look. That's when things took a terrifying turn.
You want to take the camera with you?
Yeah. This is an old tree right here. That's for sure.
Yeah. Kyle spoon. Oh, that's cool.
As one of them examined an old 1958 Coke bottle, a sudden heavy thud echoed from above. Loud, deliberate footsteps moving inside the house.
I'm trying to get out.
Panic set in. The men scrambled out from under the house as fast as they could, their hearts pounding. Determined to find what or who had made the noise, they cautiously stepped back inside. But no matter how much they searched, there was no sign of anyone, and no logical explanation for what they had just heard. On December 29, 2014, a dashcam captured a heart-stopping moment on a highway in central Victoria. As the driver headed home from a camping trip, nature had other plans. Out of nowhere, massive trees came crashing down onto the road, barely missing both the recording car and the one ahead. This chilling footage is a stark reminder of just how dangerous it can be to travel through the bush during powerful winds. In this video, a Russian man stands in a snow-covered forest, speaking to the camera. Everything seems normal until something eerie happens. In the background, an unusual figure emerges, silently moving to the left. Strangely, the man remains completely unaware. Two campers were exploring a remote area in Oklahoma when they stumbled upon an old abandoned house, one that had been empty for years and whispered about in local ghost stories. As they cautiously approached, their flashlight beam swept across a window, and that's when they saw it, a motionless figure.
Holy fuck. Go.
Since the eerie footage was posted online, no further details have emerged, leaving the mystery and the terror unresolved. While hiking deep in the remote woods far off the grid, a man stumbled upon something truly disturbing.
I pulled the lid off of it, and look at this. What in the world? Why would anybody... That's a pine marten. It's all been skinned and stretched.
Following an old hidden trail, he came across a strange sight, a weathered milk can hanging from a tree. At first he assumed it was a simple marten box, but curiosity got the best of him. As he pried the lid off, the truth was far more chilling. Inside the can, tightly packed, were the remains of multiple animals. A pine marten and several coyotes, all skinned and stretched. The grisly find left him with more questions than answers. Who put them there, and why? To this day, the mystery remains unsolved.
Haunted Street. On November 13, 2023, at exactly 3:25 a.m., a camper sat in bed, engrossed in a game of bingo on their laptop. The quiet of the night was shattered by a faint, eerie sound drifting from outside a horse's distant neigh. The haunting cry echoed across the campsite, once a bustling horse farm, but now eerily abandoned. Gripped by curiosity, they grabbed their phone to record. As they pointed it toward the darkness, a chilling sight emerged, a ghostly white figure materializing out of the shadows. This wasn't the campers' first unsettling experience at the infamous farmhouse, a site steeped in tales of paranormal activity, but it was the first time they captured something, this spine-tingling on camera. Ghost. Imagine you were just driving to where you want to camp, and you saw a ghost. Would you turn back? This man was driving down an old abandoned road on his way to his camping site when suddenly he spotted something terrifying. A figure in a white dress was crossing the road ahead. As the man steps out of his car to investigate, he's greeted by nothing but an oppressive shroud of darkness. Was it a person he saw, or something far more sinister? And if it was a person, what could compel someone to wander alone so late at night in the heart of a desolate forest? Camping gone wrong. A camper decided to document her outdoor adventure for a YouTube video. Capturing every moment of her trip. But as she reviewed the footage during editing, she noticed something chilling, a faint movement outside her window. At the time, she brushed off the uneasy feeling, but now, watching it back, everything clicks. That shadowy movement remains a mystery. Was it a person lurking nearby, an animal passing through, or something far more supernatural? Utah Bigfoot. During the summer of 2011, a group of friends set out for a camping trip in the remote mountains of Utah, eager for days of fishing and target shooting. But their adventure took a chilling turn. As they explored deeper into the forest, they spotted movement among the trees. What they saw left them frozen in place, a large, mysterious creature, covered in brown hair, lurking just beyond their reach. Before they could get a closer look, it vanished into the dense wilderness, leaving behind only questions. To this day, they've never seen it again. Spirits A. Camper in the UK was driving down a quiet road just after 5 a.m. when they saw something unusual. A lone figure stood frozen in the middle of the road, completely unfazed by the glaring headlights piercing through the darkness. Whispers abound that these eerie apparitions could be the spirits of those who lost their lives in tragic accidents along this stretch, forever trapped in a single haunting moment in time. Blimp. On October 10th, 2023, a traffic stop turned into a terrifying event for a police officer.
Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
No, of course not.
All right. Sit tight, sir. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Your registration is What the?
Sarah?
What the heck? Sarah? 3201.
Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle? No. Of course not. All right, sit tight, sir. I'll be right back. In the blink of an eye, a girl named Sarah vanished without a trace. The dash cam footage revealed no open doors, no signs of anyone nearby, nothing to suggest how she disappeared. From that moment forward, Sarah was simply gone. The police hit a dead end, unable to uncover her identity. To this day, the mystery of who Sarah truly was remains unsolved. Room 209. A hotel security manager in Illinois was shocked when he submitted eerie paranormal footage to the local police.
And there's reports of screaming coming from that room. Amy, he's on his way down there right now. What's going on, John?
After receiving multiple complaints of blood-curdling screams coming from room 209, he decided to investigate. The strange part? No one was checked into that room. Concerned, the manager radioed his team. "John, do you copy? The screams are coming from 209, but it's supposed to be empty. Can you confirm?" Amy, another team member, responded, "That room is vacant. No one's checked in, but I'm hearing the screams too." John, now alarmed, decided to check it out, despite warnings to wait for the police. Moments later, his voice came back over the radio, trembling. "Amy, call the cops now." There's no one in here, but the room, it's completely trashed. The furniture is flipped, the carpet's ripped up, and the shower is running. There's no explanation for this. As John stepped inside, something truly chilling happened. A white shadow darted out of the room, captured clearly on video. Some witnesses insist it was a single spirit, while others claim they saw multiple entities leaving. Over the years, Room 209 has been the source of countless reports of strange noises and unexplainable activity. But this recording remains the most compelling evidence of paranormal activity. What haunts Room 209? The mystery lingers. Night shift. This security guard was working the night shift when something downright bizarre happened. "I swear I saw it. I saw that white, clear as day. And then it just vanished over there," the guard recounted, still visibly shaken. "I tried to stay calm, but man, I checked the cameras and I'm like, y'all see that ECs too, right? I'm not crazy. You saw it."
I saw that shit. And I'm like, and then it disappeared over there by the desk. And I'm like, okay. So I looked at the camera, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna calm down. So I wanted to tell the camera, y'all see that shit? Y'all saw that shit, right? I'm telling CHA, did y'all see that?
In the footage, a translucent figure emerges, seemingly floating above him before gliding toward the door. Was this an actual ghost? To this day, the guard can't explain what he saw that night, but the experience has left him questioning reality. Two officers were investigating in the dark after receiving reports from a passerby about a strange creature near the road. That's when they encountered something terrifying. Instinctively, they stumbled backward, gripped by an overwhelming wave of fear. When they finally mustered the courage to return and investigate the area, they were met with nothing. No trace, no explanation, just an eerie emptiness. You are not alone. On the chilling night of November 22, 2022, police officers were dispatched to a notorious house with a reputation for paranormal activity. After confirming the house was empty, they instructed the anxious homeowner to remain outside while they conducted a thorough search. But as the officers stepped inside, the eerie atmosphere thickened. Strange, inexplicable events began unfolding. Doors slammed shut without warning, prompting one officer to suggest it might be the wind. Yet the unsettling noises that followed defied any rational explanation.
Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
As they climbed the stairs, one officer felt an unsettling presence, even though he was alone upstairs.
Downstairs, clear.
"Police, is anyone inside? Make yourself known," one officer called out as they cautiously ascended the creaking staircase. That's when it hit, a disturbing sensation, as if someone or something was right there with him, even though he was visibly alone. "Downstairs is clear," echoed from below, but the officer upstairs couldn't shake the gnawing unease. His breathing quickened, and his growing fear was evident. After an exhaustive search revealed nothing out of the ordinary, the officers finally left the house. Yet, as they walked away, a chilling feeling lingered, like unseen eyes were still watching their every move. Birthday went wrong. A young woman and her best friend were camping in the forest to celebrate a birthday. As they enjoyed the festivities, she accidentally captured this. Out of nowhere, a face emerged behind her best friend. Her raw, unfiltered reaction makes it nearly impossible to believe this was planned. But the real question is, what did they capture? Ella was swimming in a river in the Philippines when she accidentally filmed something strange. While underwater, a pair of legs mysteriously appeared behind her, but when the camera dipped back beneath the surface just moments later, they were gone. Ella jura que estaba sola en el agua y no tiene explicación para la visión espeluznante. Some viewers believe she should dig into the area's history, suggesting the legs might belong to a ghostly presence from someone who drowned there. Could there be a supernatural story hiding beneath the surface? Swing. A man was driving through a wooded area at 3:30 a.m. when he spotted this. A pale figure sat on a swing, its ghostly silhouette swaying gently in the stillness of the night. Who could possibly be out here, swinging at such an eerie hour? Could it have been a ghost? Bones, someone was walking through the forest when they discovered something peculiar. At first glance, they thought it was a deer skeleton, but as they looked closer, they realized it was something entirely different. A human-like figure lay curled in a fetal position, but something about it was deeply unsettling. Its neck stretched unnaturally long, its head twisted into a bizarre, alien shape, and its limbs defied anything we've ever seen in nature. This couldn't possibly belong to any creature we know, could it? Site 422. On July 8th, 2023, chilling body cam footage surfaced, showing an officer encountering what appeared to be paranormal activity during a routine noise complaint investigation at an infamous abandoned property. Site 422? I'm at Site 422, the officers heard saying. This place definitely gives off some creepy vibes. What started as a standard check quickly spiraled into a spine-chilling ordeal. The footage revealed strange movements within the house, and at one point, a distinct shadow appeared in the window, sending shivers down the spine of anyone watching. To make matters worse, the officer reported hearing eerie, unexplainable sounds echoing from the distance. I keep seeing shadows walking by. What the officer murmured in disbelief, his voice trembling. Whether the officer fled the scene or pressed on with the investigation remains a mystery, but the unsettling footage raises more questions than answers. Ritual Officer Ben Malik was on patrol when something caught his eye. A shadowy figure lingering on the side of the road. As he drew closer, he realized the woman appeared to be starting a fire, compelling him to pull over and investigate. But what he saw next was beyond unsettling. Her face seemed to be burning, almost as if she were in the middle of a bizarre ritual. Despite the eerie scene, Officer Malik arrested the woman. To this day, what truly unfolded that night remains shrouded in mystery. Haunted playground. While camping, Misty Rain stumbled upon a spine-chilling scene at the deserted playground. The swings, eerily abandoned, moved back and forth on their own. There was no wind, no people, just the relentless creak of the chains, cutting through the silence. Even after standing there for a while, Misty noticed the swings didn't lose momentum, as if some unseen force was pushing them. Was it a ghostly presence? A strange weather anomaly? Whatever it was, the unsettling sight was enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. Ghost Girl. While exploring an abandoned churchyard in Estall, UK, a hiker had an encounter that sent chills down his spine. Out of the corner of his eye, he kept catching glimpses of what appeared to be a ghostly little girl. Gripped by both curiosity and fear, he pulled out his camera to see if his mind was playing tricks on him. As he turned the camera toward her, the eerie figure seemed to vanish into thin air. When he panned back, she was gone completely. The hiker never saw her again, leaving him to wonder if he'd just witnessed something supernatural. Scream, a Michigan man set out to film a relaxing ASMR video during a serene walk through the woods. But what started as a tranquil stroll quickly turned into a spine-chilling ordeal when he stumbled upon an abandoned part of the forest and was met with a blood-curdling scream echoing through the trees. The scream could send a chill down your spine. What could be that sound? The hiker thought he could have been a Bigfoot, or was it something far more sinister? Ghost. A group of friends ventured into an abandoned house hidden deep within the eerie woods of Japan. The video starts with shaky footage of crumbling, decayed rooms, but then, without them noticing, they unknowingly capture something chilling on camera. Suddenly, a pale, ghostly hand emerges from the shadows, gripping the edge of the wall, only to vanish as quickly as it appeared. Undeterred, the explorers push further into the house, oblivious to the sinister presence lurking in the darkness. As the camera pans past a doorway, it briefly catches the haunting glimpse of a face. No one knew how the night ended for the explorers. It forever remained a mystery. Each of these encounters is a stark reminder of the risks and mysteries that come with exploring the wild. Always be prepared, stay alert, and respect nature. Have you ever had a hiking experience that sent chills down your spine? Share your story in the comments below.